Notice something interesting on the Injective chart, and this is on the 4-hour. Ever since it had that pump to over $53, it's only been on a downtrend. Okay, so it's been dumping. It took one dump here. It managed to stabilize somewhat for a while around May. It had a nice pop then once again in June. Then it started dumping. It went back up a bit, dumped again, so it put in a lower low. Then it put in a higher low here, as you can see, $27, all the way up from $17.60. And then it had that massive crash, which we've all seen in August, that took it to $14. In fact, even below that, $13.80 or so. And then ever since then, it had one more higher low to $22.85. It didn't manage to get to 23, unfortunately. And then it started dumping again. But now, as you can see, it is holding quite okay because it has attempted to push higher here after the dump, which took it to the same level as before here. But now it's anyone's guess what could happen because it definitely doesn't have that much strength to push back high again right now. Okay, because if it would have probably done it here and it would have probably tried to stabilize somewhat. But now it is looking like it might dump a bit more. Now, if it does hold this level, this is crucial now, and this is what I wanted to talk about in this video. If it does hold this level, that means there's a good chance it could put in a new higher low. I'm not saying that it's going to break this, but it could get close enough to it. So perhaps around $20.50 or so, right? So this is what we could expect, because if we look here, every time you put in that higher low, it touched the previous area of support, which now became resistance, okay? And here the same, right? It touched the resistance area, which was previously support. So now, because the same happened here, I'm expecting it to touch around $20.80, maybe even $21 here, which was the previous support area. Okay, and that has become resistance. So what I did is I ended up waiting for this when I saw the dump happen, and I got in around $16 yesterday. And now I'm waiting for the next pop to $20.50, $21, around that range there. And then I'm going to be selling and waiting for the next downtrend. Now, of course, what could happen is eventually it could just turn around and it'll keep pumping and take off without me. Of course, that can happen. But I am taking the chance just in case, you know, because the market isn't doing all that well. And if the market isn't doing well, it kind of gives you some sort of insight as what you can expect. So as they say, the trend is your friend. And so all you can do is go with the trend until it tells you otherwise. But nevertheless, this does look a bit bullish here because it did manage to hold this support area and it didn't break lower. Now, of course, these next few days are critical because that'll tell us what could happen. And if the market is usually red on a Saturday, it tends to follow up on a Sunday as well. But who knows, right? So we'll probably have to wait until Monday or Tuesday before we can really say what might happen. But if the market does manage to hold somewhat here, then we could expect another high. And even if we drop a little bit lower here, we put in a lower low, because it could happen, it could take us to 1280, 1290 perhaps. Remember that with the market, Injective does recover fast. So $20 is not impossible, okay? We may see $20 just because of the previous trend here that we've seen, right? With these nice pops to the upside every single time. Even though it went lower, it went back up. Even though it went lower, it might go back up. So that's what we can expect. And I'm just saying this now because I have noticed that it is holding well around this area. It hasn't gone lower, but it doesn't mean it's not going to go lower, because here you would have probably said the same, right? You've seen this dump, went back up a bit, then you've seen this and then started going back up. So it makes you think, okay, well, this is pretty bullish. But then later on, it went down and it broke below the last low. So it's not to say that this might not happen. It's not to say that this might not go to $13, maybe $12.80. Like I said, maybe even $12.50. But I do have high hopes that this could revisit $20.50 to $21 once again and gives us a great chance to exit. That's all I wanted to talk about. Thank you for watching this short video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.